Holiday USA.
Can you see yourself riding a cable car in San Francisco, eating fresh crab and lobster at Fisherman's Wharf, winning a fortune in the casinos of Las Vegas, or walking with the stars along Hollywood Boulevard?
Transatlantic Airways invite you to spend 2 unforgettable weeks in the cities of California and Nevada and enjoy the glitter and the glamour of the Golden West.
Every city has its own character. San Francisco, with the Golden Gate Bridge, Chinatown, cable cars climbing up the steep hills, restaurants serving food from every country in the world.
You'll be offered tours to see the scenery of Monterey and Carmel and the breathtaking views from the Pacific Coast Highway.
Then you join the razzmatazz of Las Vegas, the gambling capital of the world, set in the Nevada desert. Las Vegas never sleeps, and the entertainment is the finest in the world. And from Las Vegas, there's an optional flight over the spectacular Grand Canyon.
Finally, you arrive in Los Angeles, home of the movie industry. Sunset Strip, Beverly Hills, and Hollywood all wait to welcome you. You'll be able to choose any number of excursions, the wonderful world of Disneyland, Universal Film Studios, or even a shopping trip to Mexico.
This exciting 3-center tour offers you a golden opportunity to experience the special atmosphere of the Golden West.
Mark and Emma Austin are a young couple in their late 20s. Emma was interviewed about the holiday.
On the whole, we enjoyed it very much, but it was pretty tiring. We went on most of the excursions because we didn't want to miss anything. We really felt we needed more time. If we went again, we'd stay longer. We would have spent more time in San Francisco and less time in Los Angeles if we'd known more about the cities. Los Angeles was a bit disappointing. We went on a tour of Beverly Hills to see the houses of the stars. Unless you'd studied film history, you would never have heard of most of them. Generally speaking, the hotels, food and service were excellent. We found Americans particularly friendly. We probably took too much luggage. Clothes in the States were so cheap. It would have been a good idea to take empty suitcases. If we'd done that, the savings on clothes would almost have paid for the airfare.
Jack and Vera Drake are a retired couple. Jack was asked about the holiday.
We'd been looking forward to this trip for years, and it was the holiday of a lifetime. I think we liked Las Vegas most, but 2 nights were probably enough. If we'd stayed there much longer, we'd have lost all our money. We saw Tom Jones at the Desert Inn. I've never seen anything like that place. Disneyland is a must for anyone with children. If only we'd had our grandchildren with us, they would have loved it. We went on some of the excursions, and we could have gone on more, but you can't see everything, can you? I didn't think much of American beer, but Californian wine was a nice surprise. We wouldn't have chosen this tour unless it had been escorted. We're both in our 70s, and we couldn't have managed on our own. Everybody was so helpful to us.
Fly Drive means freedom, the freedom of the road to explore this exciting country.
Fly Drive must be the logical way of seeing the land of the motel and the freeway.
America is made for drivers.
American cars are easy to drive, comfortable, and petrol is much cheaper than in Europe.
A flexible timetable is the ideal way of getting the most out of your holiday.
We book your first night's accommodation in a hotel near the airport and deliver your car in the morning.
Then you are as free as a bird. Go anywhere, stay anywhere.
If you wish to prepay your accommodation before departure, we can supply accommodation vouchers for one of the large chain of motels.
Boston is the ideal starting point to explore New England.
To the southeast are the rocky cliffs and sandy beaches of beautiful Cape Cod, ideal for swimming, sailing, and fishing.
To the north is New Hampshire with its green valleys, white steepled churches, and infinite variety of wild flowers.
Drive up into Maine, a land of forests and mountains with a spectacular coastline.
Drive west across New York State to Niagara Falls, or south through the beautiful rolling hills of Connecticut to a coastline of resort towns and fishing ports.
Matthew and Polly Winthrop took their 2 children on the Fly Drive holiday. Polly's talking about it.
We'd never have gone fly drive unless we'd had the kids with us. Matthew is a bus driver, and it wasn't much of a holiday for him. But I think it's the only way to travel with young children. The distances were much greater than we had imagined. If we had another holiday in the States, we wouldn't try to drive so far. I think we'd cover the longer distances by plane, and then hire a different car in each place. The motels were very well equipped, and the children were always made welcome. The motels didn't have much character, but when you're touring, you just need somewhere to sleep. Every room had TV. For us, that was marvellous. We wouldn't have been able to leave the children if there hadn't been a TV in the room. We would never have left them alone for too long, of course, but it was nice for us to go down to the bar for a drink. New England was absolutely fantastic, and would recommend it to anyone.
Ian and Chris are in their early 20s. Chris spoke about their holiday.
Oh, it was really great. We took it in turns to drive, so the distances didn't seem too long. American cars are tremendous. They're so big. One night we couldn't find a motel and we slept in the car. We bought loads of records and clothes. If we'd bought them in England, they'd have cost twice as much. We went in the autumn. They'd call it fall in the States, and the colours on the trees in New England were unbelievable. We wouldn't have chosen this holiday unless we'd liked driving. You spend a lot of time in the car. We intend to go again next year, but we'll go to Miami or San Francisco, if we can afford it.